How y'all doing out there? I'd like to welcome y'all back. Welcome some of y'all for the first time to the Tremaine Perry podcast. You know the deal. My name is Trey. Some call me Trey, some call me Tremaine. No matter what you call me, as long as you call me, you dig. Here for another live reaction, watch along of this week's TNA Impact. I'd like to ask you before we get started to please hit that bell, subscribe to my YouTube channel, help me get to these 50 subs so I can mobile go live. Don't forget to follow me on all your social media, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, X, Instagram. I don't know if I said Instagram, but yeah, I'm on all of them. Just especially after the past week that I just had going to Vegas for Mania, I'm posting a lot of videos sharing the experience on all the outlets. Any minute now, any second now, we'll go live to Impact. Hope y'all are having a great week. I will be talking about my experience in Vegas throughout the commercial breaks, more than likely. And yes, I lost my mind when Randy Orton's opponent ended up being Joe Hendry. I was screaming and waving my hands like a maniac during that moment in Vegas at the Allegiant Stadium because I did not see that coming. I thought it was going to be like Rusev or something. I didn't think it was going to be Joe Hendry. All right, any second now. We're on right about now. Yeah, Montgomery Michaels died today, man. Dang. Steve, I remember when he was in WCW. I remember watching him back in the day. I feel like he was in Four Horsemen at one point. Who's been in Royals before with Mustafa Ali and Order 4. The Hardys have been rejuvenated here in TNA Wrestling. And they're marching in like Glenville set to team up with Moxie. Make sure there's no technical issues. Like all that good stuff. Once again, Ali's running from Santana. Check. Mic check. Check. We're live, pal.
I would proceed with caution if I were you.
Matt Hardy, he cracks me up with his character.
Treasonous Nimith brothers, I would like to invite you to a place that may end up being your final destination. The
Hardy compound. Oh, they're gonna tear the Nimiths up if they're fighting them there. Guarantee you. I'm so glad AJ Francis did not win the Continental International Champion, whatever they're calling that belt. I was so glad he didn't win that. International champion. That belt was badass, too. I like the design of that thing because the front and side plates are like a puzzle piece. You can take them off and plug them together and glue them up, and it'll be like a big one plate. They designed that belt really cool. Gia Miller, I saw her at WrestleCon. She's even more pretty in real life than on TV.
The international title, it belongs to me.
And she is drop dead gorgeous on TV.
In the wake of a groundbreaking
They're in Cali now.
moment, we are on the
one state over from where they were for a whole week.
In Los Angeles, but tonight we are back for one more night of total nonstop action.
Oh, that's in St. Joseph, Missouri still. Okay. And Rebellion's this Saturday. I'll be doing a live stream. Watch along for that as well, I believe. Starting the show out with the Rascals. Is that Trey?
Introducing first from
Trey
Toledo,
Miguel.
Ohio, weighing in at 175 pounds, representing the Rascals, Trey Miguel.
And there you see Trey Miguel sporting those beautiful knuckles, Rascals for life, but he is out here representing the Rascals all on his own. Zachary Wentz taken out of the picture
Yeah, they messed up
The
Zachary
system in the
Wentz at
midst
the
of Wentz's
pay-per-view.
match against JDC and Eric Young in Vegas.
The system took him out. Going up against who? Oh, he's tagging with
And his
my man,
tag team partner
Ace Austin.
from Atlantic City, New Jersey, weighing in at 205 pounds, representing the ABC, Ace Austin.
I like Ace Austin.
Has
He's
fought
cool.
at the
His character's
side
neat.
of the Rascals and Trey Miguel a number of times we've seen over the last few weeks. Had to deal with Mustafa Ali just 2 weeks ago here on Impact. But this is familiar territory for Ace Austin alongside Miguel this evening on Impact.
And of course, fuck the system. Boo! System sucks. Can't stand it.
And their opponents, accompanied to
And
the
of course,
ring by
Alicia Edwards. Boo! Her annoying
representing the
voice.
system,
JDC
the
and
team of
Moose.
JDC, and the TNA X Division champion, Boo!
Boo!
A special
Fuck the system.
programming note, next week TNA Impact is going to be live in Irvine, California.
Are they
You can
live
get your
next
tickets
week?
now
Let's
via
go.
TNAWrestling.com.
Normally they're
And we have a
pre-recorded.
special start time for Impact next week, 10 p.m. Eastern, live on Access TV in the United States, Sportsnet Plus in Canada, and worldwide on TNA Plus. Now, speaking of TNA Plus, you can watch back Unbreakable on demand right now and relive Moose and his
Unbreakable is
successes
crazy.
on the
That barbed wire
challenge.
chaos
With that
match or
open
whatever
challenge, Moose
between
discovered that Sydney
Sami
Akeem
Callihan
is
and
now joined the field for
what's the dude
Ultimate
name?
X. This Sunday, Moose will
Anyway,
defend
there was a
the
barbed wire
X
match
Division
on
Championship in a match
Unbreakable,
he's never
and it was
competed in.
brutal. I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life. That was the last time I watched
But
TNA.
let's not forget, he
I was like,
overcame that fear
dang.
to be one of the most comprehensive ladder
I don't want to
match
say too much because I don't want to
his
spoil it,
first ever ladder match. Moose beat Jeff Hardy in his
but it was
own
really
match.
good and
This
really gory.
man is capable of anything. Well, as I mentioned moments ago, still
Bunch
to
of
come here
surprises.
tonight on Impact.
Bunch
We
of
are going to
jaw-dropping
look back
moments.
at the historic week that the TNA World Champion Joe Hendry had, his WrestleMania moment, as well as his
Ring the
appearance
bell.
on NXT. And speaking of which, Joe Hendry's going to be in action tonight alongside Elijah against NXT.
Starting out
Page
JDC and Miguel,
Frankie Kazarian.
Trey
A little
Miguel,
preview of
collar
Hendry's
elbow top,
title
big legal
defense
south.
this Sunday at Rebellion.
JDC
as part
takes
of
the upper
triple
hand
main
early
event.
in the
Plus,
match.
still to come tonight.
Got him in a
Rosemary
headlock
one-on-one
in
with
the middle of the ring.
NXT's JC Jane, and ahead of their TNA World Tag Team title match
Got a lot
this
of
Sunday
stuff
at
on deck
Rebellion,
tonight.
the Nemesis will visit the Hardy compound tonight.
JDC with a wrench in the arm, the left arm with Miguel.
The twisted mind of the broken universe. And right now it's JDC trying to break apart Trey Miguel. And this is JDC up
Still
against
working
Miguel.
on that
JDC, who was involved in the matchup with Zachary Wentz and Eric Young at Unbreakable, where the system attacked Zachary Wentz. Look, that obviously shows the
Wentz trying to work his way out of it.
that the system
Or
may
Trey
see in the
Miguel, I mean.
Rascals.
And
Obviously,
he
they're
does.
incredibly successful, incredibly
Now he's
proficient
got
tag team, but
the headlock in the middle of the ring on
do
JDC.
not lie, and the numbers
Wrenching
often
on his
work in
arm.
the favor
Got him in
of the
a
system.
hammerlock.
Trey Miguel trying to control JDC here in the early going. If you're Trey Miguel, how do you compartmentalize,
JDC
obviously,
counters.
the relationship with him and Wentz?
Sleeper hold of his own in the middle of the
become
ring.
very tight-knit over the last few weeks and months. I mean, obviously, he's here trying to
Back and forth, pulling each other out early in the match. Still a way to go.
Meanwhile, yeah, of course, there's this, what turned out to be an unlikely bond between Ace Austin and the Rascals has become a pretty formidable friendship, I would say. The challenge for the Rascals in the face-off against Northern Armory just a few weeks ago.
Arm drags, JDC did a huge drop kick in his chest, sends him to the corner.
But it's been choppy, it's been up and down because the involvement of NXT's Wesley, Tyson, and Tyreek. Now the system. There's always someone in the way.
Tandem offense from Ace and Trey. Because Moose tried to come in there and interject. We got laid down on JDC. Double drop kick to Moose, sends him out of the ring. Double arm drag from JDC to JDC. And now they're just kicking him in his chest and his back. Double super kick to the head. Over the top rope to the apron goes Trey. kicks JDC in the head. And then Alicia Edwards grabs him by the foot and prevents him from making his next move. That's what she does. And then Moose drops him hard on the apron. All behind the ref's back. Sliding drop kick sends Trey to the barricade by JDC.
The teamwork makes America's teamwork. That is how the system works.
Tag in the Moose.
Cutting corners, cheating at every opportunity.
He then picks up Trey on the floor. And then throws him back into the ring. No, shoulder first into the post. The same arm that JDC was working on.
Can Miguel and Austin get back in against the system? This opening contest continues.
Now we're off to our first commercial break of the evening.
This April, experience the magic of cinema like never before on HDNet Movies. Let's make some music.
But yeah, I went to Vegas
It's almost like
by myself.
to contemporary hits.
Cross country.
In my house, I'm gonna protect you.
Time of my life, I will never forget the moments. I've always wanted to go to Las Vegas, and I've always wanted to go to WrestleMania. It started out supposed to be 2 birds, 1 stone. In the end, it ended up being 4 birds, 1 stone.
Hi, I'm Johnny. I'm a dad.
Because
packages and flowers, and I'm a man.
Vegas Mania,
I was loading a package car, and my
my flight back got layover in California, San Francisco, so I had to stay in the terminal, but I ended up visiting California for that few hours worth of a layover. And then the 4th thing on my list that was unexpected, I got to meet Tony Storm at WrestleCon. Like I said, there's a lot of videos out there on my YouTube, on my Facebook, Snapchat. I've shared it out. I posted that video of Stone Cold wiping out on the barricade. It literally got 1,000 views in like an hour. And there's some videos I've had on my YouTube since the beginning of March. It's only got, at the most 41 views. But as soon as I put that out there, literally 1,000 views. 100% online and delivered right to a store. Now every day he feels like him. I thought that was kind of cool.
Find trusted treatment for ED and start feeling like him. Get started today at hims.com. I thought we had a plan
Got to
for
meet
Dad.
DDP. He autographed the belt for me.
Right by my house. Then a friend suggested I talk to a place for Mom. They really opened my eyes.
Franchise Shane Douglas and Francine. I wanted to make sure they remember me from WrestleCon, so I went up to them, got their autograph again. I'll meet them again at WrestleCade later this year, because I'm going to WrestleCade. I already got my ticket months ago.
For free senior living advice, go to aplaceformom.com.
Because I want to meet Zara Brookside. That was my reason for going to WrestleCon, was trying to meet her and get redemption from January when I wasn't medically cleared to go meet her then. She wasn't there. So I met Tony Storm instead. I'm like, that's just as good, if not better than Zara.
Don't miss Steel Deals. Now
You
is
tell
the
Tony
best
Storm
time to
is a
save
sweetheart.
big on
You
over
tell she was
40
really
hardworking
nice.
steel
Nice girl.
tools.
Nice
Hurry into
woman.
your local steel dealer or shop online.
And just as pretty in real life as she is on TV, looking like Marilyn Monroe. I gotta print that picture of me and Tony Storm. The picture of me and DDP and me and Maxine Dupree. That's another one I met in Vegas. I got to meet Maxine Dupree. I wanted to meet more people, but all the money I spent on tickets to Mania alone, then I had to buy my airfare, had to buy the hotel, rental car. I just spent too much, so I only had enough money to, meet only 2 or 3 people.
Your hot
But I
takes
met
into
who I could.
2,000 times your
It
cash.
was awesome.
Like what Drewski said, he trash talks more than he gets buckets.
Come on now, I didn't say that.
Download the app during the playoffs and get $50 instantly when you
Hopefully,
play your first
the
$5
first of many more
At
WrestleManias for me,
you
but
can
it's
customize
definitely a
your own
lifelong
monthly
dream
payment.
come
Sir, I
true.
can pay less than $300 a month.
Yeah, use the slightest thing.
Now just go to the drive time dealership.
Okay. That's the deal I made on my phone.
This is a commercial. Go get your real deal at drivetime.com.
Bob, what's your secret? How can we offer this nationally recognized mattress for such a low price
And
every
in
day?
commercial, now we'll get back to
Consumer
TNA.
Reports recommend
And
trash
like I always say,
mattresses
the
crafted
heels
right
are
here
on
in the
top
States
during the
using
commercial
quality
break
materials
coming
like
out of it.
high-density memory
So
foam,
Moose
gel
and
cooled
JDC
layers,
will be in
and
control of the
digitally
match
wrapped oil
over
system backed
Trey
by an
and
18-year
Ace
warranty. Then we buy in bulk,
once we
pass
come
on
back
the
on the other
savings,
side of this
sealing the
break.
deal with the Bob look.
The what?
That's just the way it is most of the time.
I'll take it.
Oh, I was just
Breaking news from BCN.
Come on,
And
enough
this
with your
just in,
commercials. Going
the
back to the
Mars
show.
rover has just found credible signs of life
Go
on
on,
the
get it.
Martian surface. These pictures received from Mission Control just minutes ago.
And I anticipate there'll probably be JDC in control over Ace Austin. That's my guess. They'll have the controller match over Ace. I'm just speculating. I got a 25% chance of being right? Let's see.
And we are back here on TNA Impact. This our
JDC.
opening match of the evening in St. Joseph, Missouri, the greater Kansas City area.
And Trey.
JDC
I was wrong,
and the
but still JDC's in control of the match nonetheless.
representing the system in control against Ace Austin and an injured Trey
Try to
Miguel.
pin Trey.
Here's the
1,
cover
2,
in the arm
2,
of JDC.
swing.
A
Trey
takedown
Miguel
by
kicks out at 2.
Look at the aggression
Got him
with
in a
which JDC is
submission
blocking.
hold, working on that arm still in the middle of the ring.
Trey Miguel in half here.
That left arm of Trey Miguel.
Really lit a fire under every member of the system.
And they tries to pin him using the ropes for leverage, but the ref sees it and breaks it up. Tags in
He
Moose.
is no spring chicken. And I say that with respect.
Moose
He is
kicks
a
him in the
veteran of this
midsection.
sport. He's been doing this and hurting people a long time.
Throws it to the mat hard.
Moose with the arm ringer there. Moose was successful in his open challenge last week in a breakable.
They're just stepping on the head of Trey Miguel. Just
but this Sunday,
insult
live
the
on
injury.
pay-per-view and TNA Plus in Los Angeles, Moose will defend his X Division title in Ultimate X against Leon Slater.
Wrenching on the arm of Trey Miguel, sends him to the mat hard. Knocks Ace off the apron.
Is unlike any X Division competitor we've ever seen. I mean, you look at it. The X Division title is literally
Just
etched
hunting the
into his
crowd.
tights, which is perfect.
Can't
It
stand
may
the
as well
system.
stay there
Let it
because he
work.
will never lose that X Division title. Since the very beginning, the X Division has not been about weight limits. It's about no
They're
limits.
putting
And
the
Moose has certainly
right
changed
hands
what
to
the
the face of
X-Division
Trey Miguel.
championship
Huge right
style
shot.
has been all about. Moose has now reigned for 168 days since defeating Mike Bailey for the X Division title. And each day more impressive than the last. Moose continuing to add to the legacy of TNA's signature championship.
Moose in control of Trey, just
Miguel
dictating the pace of the
taking a
match.
lot of damage
About
at
to
this
try
point.
for a
The match
power
with that
bomb,
left shoulder and a
but
world
Trey
of pain.
shimmies out,
Trying to
and there
avoid
is a
Russell.
guri to Moose.
Security now. Miguel trying to make it to the corner, trying to tag in Ace
But
Austin.
Moose stopping him, making that
Closer,
tag.
but no, shut back down.
And then
Hold on.
Trey tags in Ace, hot tag to Ace Austin, kicks Moose in the chest,
That was beautiful.
closesline to JDC,
Gotta give him credit. Now Ace Austin
punches Moose in
looking
the
to turn this
midsection,
entire
kicks him in the
fiasco
thighs,
up on its head.
punches him in the
Ace
face.
Austin,
JDC tries to hit him with a back body drop.
decorated
He counters,
X
slide,
Division
rolls
champion
through,
and tag
knocks the
team
legs out from
champion in his
JDC,
own
kicks him in the
right.
back,
Running up
hits the
JDC
ropes,
and Moose.
drop kick JDC out of the ring.
JDC from the equation. Now
Boom.
looking to light up
Clotheslines
the
Moose
X
has little
Division
to no
champion.
effect. Knees to the midsection of Moose. Kicks him in the
Austin
face.
and Moose.
And then a side Russian leg
Side
sweep.
Russian leg
Drops it.
sweep by the inevitable Rock.
And then standing drop the leg on Moose's head.
And Trey Miguel, you can see in the back of your screen, he is hurting. That left shoulder smashed into a steel
Takes
post.
the elbow
The
pad
assault
off.
by the system continued
And a
well after
forearm
that.
smash to Moose in the corner.
Absolutely brutal.
Irish whips him to
To
nope,
Miguel,
Moose
to
countered
that
it.
left
Irish whip
shoulder.
him to the opposite corner.
Austin realizes
Ace
the work he's got to
counters
do right now.
the incoming move.
Ace Austin holding
Using the
down
ropes for
the
leverage.
wall.
Kicks him in the shoulder.
Drops the champion here.
Tries to pin him. 1, 2, 2, swing. Moose kicks out at
Ace
2.
Austin has plenty of motivation tonight at Unbreakable. His tag team
Tags
partner,
in Trey Miguel,
appearing on TNA
who
television
climbs
for
to
the
the
first
top
time
rope.
since his injury. Right now, Trey Miguel tagging back in. He's fired up, but is this a good idea?
Missile drop kick to Moose, sends him into the corner.
Took a big risk there.
Ace
though.
follows it up with a huge right forearm.
Trying to go for
And then
broke.
do the Hardy's poetry in motion kind of deal, but Moose catches him. And then power bombs Trey onto Ace Austin.
Using Miguel as a
Throws
weapon
Ace
to
out
take
of the ring.
out Ace Austin.
Picks up Trey Miguel. Irish whips him to his corner where JDC is. Follows it with a back elbow. Tag to JDC. Drop kicks Trey Miguel in his chest, then goes to the top rope. Ooh, a senton for Moose before he leaves. And then they'll drop the leg from the top rope from JDC. 1, 2, 2, sweep. Because Ace Austin broke up the pinfall.
Where did Ace does Austin come from?
And spinning roundhouse to the side of the face of JDC. Kick from Moose to Ace.
Now Moose loading up
Picks
the
him up with a
inevitable
power
one.
bomb. Ace counters it, punches him in the head. Hurricane Rana's Moose over the top rope onto the floor.
Moose trying to take the exhibition champion out of the equation.
And then Trey Miguel would try for a DDT to the floor, but Moose countered it. And then with an assist from Ace on the apron, follows through with that DDT on the floor to Moose.
Incredible teamwork here from Austin and Miguel.
And now Miguel picking up JDC, tag team. And then Alicia Edwards on the apron causing distraction like her loudmouth likes to do. And just enough for JDC to hit a low blow. And then Brian Myers pulled Ace out of the ring and caused it. And now JDC with the pin. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell. JDC and Moose for the win. Boo! Shenanigans. God, I can't stand the system. They are the worst. The worst. God.
The system rebuild, the system reboot is well.
If it's one faction I can't stand, it is a system.
The system out to reclaim their dominance on the road to rebellion.
And now we got our, what's this, a Rosemary? No, it's a Masha Slamovich vignette.
10 years of endless sacrifices. To sacrifice everything. To chase the dream. 10 years. 10 years. And it all to me having to beat my best friend. To win this title. And for what? For me to hear hater after hater. Doubter after doubter. Come out of the woodworks. And that bitch. The biggest hater of them all.
I'm gonna slam that bitch.
I was born into a legacy. Not just ending your
And I
story.
said, I'm gonna slam that bitch,
I'm becoming
but it
the
sounded like I
reason
said something
no
else.
one ever tells it again.
That's what her name sounds like.
There are things that go beyond pro wrestling. And you beat up an 83-year-old man. The one man who believed in me. The one man who gave me this life. The one man who gave it all real. Is it worth it?
Masha sounds conflicted. She looks good based off the
I know if we all knew what we
Tommy
did
Dreamer?
when we were signing up for this. If you say it's still worth it, I don't know what it was like for you to come to this country as a scared little girl, as Johnny used to call you. But I've heard the stories from him. He's so proud of you. Just like I'm proud. We connected from that same man. You've always been special. Life is hard, and this is the realest thing you ever have. Defend this for you and for him. He's prouder of you than you ever know. Don't ever doubt yourself.
Tommy Dreamer with a guest cameo on TNA this week. That's cool. Hyping my show up. Let's go.
You like saving money?
And
Don't
next
answer
commercial
that.
break of
It's
the
a
night.
rhetorical question.
Second one.
Who doesn't
of the
like
night.
saving money? Yeah, that's also rhetorical. Did you
Yeah,
know that Mint
cross
Mobile
country,
is just $15 a month
to
for
and
premium
from Vegas
wireless?
for
I'm
WrestleMania
not sure if
was
that's a rhetorical
probably
question,
the
but I
best
also
time I've ever had in my
don't
life.
know how you'd answer me because
Bucket list.
it doesn't work that way.
The things that bucket list are
Who
made
thought
up
this
for
was a
me.
good idea?
Some people are so lucky they get to go to 9 WrestleManias.
Who
That was the
ask
first
and
one,
then
and
answer
it was
their own
incredible.
questions in a great level?
Good seat. I
Perhaps.
paid a lot of money
Early
for that.
January of
But
2024.
compared to the $400
was
seats I've seen in the
diagnosed with
nosebleeds where you couldn't even
neuroblastoma.
see the ring,
It's a very
you
scary
have to have
form of
binoculars for
cancer.
real in order to see any of
There's
the action.
nothing that
I
can
did pretty good.
prepare you for that kind of
With the
devastation.
WrestleMania After Dark, played
You
the
just-
casino a little bit. And I stuck to my plan. I only took $100 to go gamble with. Once that 100 was gone, I was done. I wasn't gonna sit there and keep on playing. And I went to the ATM. I was gonna pull some more money out to play some more, but I'm glad I didn't. But the guy before me at the ATM, I saw his transaction results. He pulled $1,800 out of his account and was gonna go gamble it away. I'm like, crazy as hell. My $100 is gone. I'm done. I ain't spending no $1,000 on. I already spent that much on the trip. I ain't gambling it away too.
When you think of childhood cancer, you know that St. Jude is a huge proponent in making success stories. St. Jude does what they say they're going to do.
Like I said on the stream from
and more.
NXT,
you can't really describe the type
the only regret I have with the whole thing is I regret I didn't go to Vegas earlier, and I regret I didn't stay later because I would have loved to have gone to SmackDown the day before Mania.
And I feel like in our case,
and be in WWE World on that Thursday for the events that were happening there
is a huge factor.
And then Raw after Mania, and then the NXT after Mania. I had to get on the plane on Monday morning to leave.
Go online right now.
Get to the airport by 11. But if I'd have planned better and known better, I would have went to both of them too. It would cost more, but totally worth it.
I couldn't be more thankful.
Thanks to generous donors like you, families never
hopefully there will be a next time
for treatment, travel, housing, or food,
so
they can focus on helping their child live.
The fact that we don't receive a bill from St. Jude it's incredible. Anybody who is supporting this organization,
wrestlers,
I'm not sure that they know
at the hotel and
that they're having
arena.
On people's lives.
Everybody, everyone I interacted with or come in contact with was just nice and friendly. Even when I was lost walking the streets trying to find my way back to the hotel after the show, no problems. With the 3 belts on hand, no issues.
To show your support
and help
St. Jude save the lives of these children.
You can't put a price tag on that type of generosity. It's just amazing.
I'm just glad I was able to do it.
We are living proof.
So I was going to try to ask my cardiologist if I was green lighted for him to go. He'd be like, no. Just like in January when I asked if I could go to that event, he told me I couldn't. He told me not to go.
Or scan the QR code right now.
So I just went. Took my
Become a St. Jude partner.
Blood pressure monitor with me, kept an eye on my heart rate with my watch, and hope for the best. Prayed, stay prayed up. God is good. I'm a testimony how good He is and how He answers prayer. Because I was praying for months about this thing. Like, I don't want to have a medical emergency while I'm there. I ain't want to get robbed or mugged. No negative legalities, just a good time all around, and that's exactly what happened. God is so good.
We should always live like this.
Max Basic with ads is now
in spite of how bad I am, He's so good.
Download the Max app and start streaming today.
All right, are we back to NXT or TNA?
Journey, even with worsening heart failure. So when I had carpal tunnel syndrome, lower back pain, and shortness of breath, I thought that's what getting older felt like. Thank goodness I called my cardiologist.
4 days.
I have ATTR-CM, a rare but serious
3 days.
disease. Getting diagnosed early made a difference. If you have any of these warning signs, don't wait. Ask your cardiologist.
My health was literally a mile away from the arena. Do that on purpose.
Call now.
All right, back to TNA. What we got next? Looks like Mike Santana.
I know I'm back at square one.
And some other people talking.
This time it's going to be different. Thank you guys for letting me back in the group. And thank you for not giving up on me.
Thank you for sharing. Would anyone else like to share?
Yeah, I like to share.
He tore them dudes up last week. That guy from
My name is Mike.
Hi, Mike. They said it too.
Look around this room. I see strength. I see people who have woken up every day and made a choice. The choice to finally turn around. The choice to finally stop running. The choice to turn around and face those demons head on.
However many dates shipping his head, Mike Santana.
Everyone has woken up today and have looked in the mirror and are finally learning
out to love and appreciate what's looking back.
If I had a chip, it would be a 3-month chip because I ain't had weed or alcohol.
A great man once talked about hard times, the importance of staying true.
Matter of fact, almost 4 months.
Anything that I've done in my life and in my career, I've stayed true to the people, the places, and the things that have gotten me to where I am at today. Talked about weakness and about using that weakness to create strength. Talked about weakness, using it to push you forward.
I like how you see my shoulder.
That brings me to Ali.
Shoulder, my left arm.
A man who's made his presence felt
right there
in this very room. Talk about weakness. That's weakness. A man who can't face the truth. A man who wakes up every day and runs. Come to think of it, Ali is the true addict.
Right.
He's addicted to Mike Santana.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at someone like me who has brought himself from the very bottom and rose. And that's going to keep rising.
I like Mike Santana.
He's obsessed because he can't stand the fact that he can't control what's meant to be. The fact that I'm going to climb the ladder. I said it once before. Anything I do it to be the best. What's the definition of an addict? Someone who cannot admit that they have a problem. And another great man also said that sometimes you have to become a monster to fight the monsters of the world. At Rebellion, Ali comes face to face with the monster. Ali comes face to face with the thing that he can't stand. He's gonna have no choice. He can't run this time. It's over. I'll make sure it's over. At Rebellion, I fight. Fighting is all I know. Fighting is all we know. At Rebellion, I fight for me. I fight for my little girl. I fight for every person that has not made it to this room yet. And I'm going to keep fighting.
Man, I hope he wins because he got his work cut out for him in Rebellion.
Access the world
because all these got the great hands of Tasha Steele's going to be in his corner, causing shenanigans and distractions and
unravels the world of untold
kind of like this system does.
Mayhem. He was bearing it all in Playgirl. The day the rock star died. Music's greatest mysteries.
His last words was,
"Lady, I'm still buzzing from this past week. That was incredible." Coast to coast. That was another part of the 4 or 5 birds with one stone. I didn't expect to go literally from the West Coast, that part of the world, all the way to the East Coast, this part of the world, in one flight. I was thinking the way back was going to be the same as the way there, which was from Raleigh to Texas, from Texas to Vegas. That's how I was supposed to be on the way back, from Vegas to Texas, from Texas to North Carolina. But because of weather delays, flight having to get rebooked, it ended up being from San Francisco to Raleigh. One-way
I love
flight.
that.
That was crazy. After the flight from
It's something
Vegas
you'll
to
actually love
Francisco.
at Hims.com.
Crazy. Never expected that.
I'm Jesse's uncertainty, and I really thought house projects were my time to shine. One little, are you sure? He gets stuck before he even got started. But Jesse's changed because of Thumbtack. With their guides, he knows exactly what to do.
Check out the
and
videos
who to
on my
hire.
YouTube,
And his house is
especially the
looking
one of like Stone Cold wiping out on the barricade. I got a good shot of
Uncertainty
that.
doesn't live here. You do. Take care of
Or
your
the
home
one
with
of
Thumbtack.
everybody leaving the
Download
arena at the same
today.
time. 60,000 people leaving Allegiant Stadium at the same time was just madness. And then the police was like corralling people, making them strategically walk all in the same direction toward the Vegas Strip where the casinos were, which was the opposite of the way I needed to go because my hotel was, I would have to walk against people to go to the hotel, so I had to follow the. That's why it took me freaking hour and a half to walk 4 miles back to the hotel both nights of WrestleMania because of the way they had to set up.
He just bought a $30 banana slice.
I've been, like I told somebody earlier today, I've been conditioning myself to walk like that for years because I walk at the park
loves you.
like a mile or two. I didn't go today because I didn't feel well.
Intrigued by your cat? Adopt a
For
dog
years
today.
before this year of health issues, I've been walking every day at
With
the park.
Surfshark VPN. Protect yourself from tracking and take back your privacy. Get Surfshark.
I never knew why I walked at the park every day like that, but now it makes sense. Everything's for a
Easy
reason.
and seamless it is to buy a car with drive time.
We got thousands of cars under 15 grand.
I've never been to a total.
As Terrence and Philip will say.
Get your real
Oh,
deal
I
at
think I
drivetime.com.
thought it.
Rebag gives me endless access to brands worth investing in. It's where savvy shoppers like me can grow their collection or sell when it's time to refresh. Get 10% off your first purchase at Rebag.com with code REBAGTV.
It's time to stop suffering.
Got this badass hat
I lost
at the arena.
23.6
Actually, this came from
pounds,
WWE
and I
World.
feel amazing. It's like my body isn't fighting me anymore.
Velvetol is the only comprehensive approach that really addresses the main lifestyle contributors to hormonal imbalance.
I
From your
spent way
20s to
too
your
much money
60s, you
on
deserve to
WWE
feel your
apparel while I was
best.
there.
Watch how Velvetol will change everything.
Way too much money on
Hey, let me
WWE
let you in on
swag.
a secret
But
real
not as
quick.
much as some people
This
did.
stuff right
Was
here
buying the
is
belts
something that you want to
and buying
add
all the
into your
autographs
repertoire.
and the photo
Because Blue
ops.
Chew is my new go-to.
I ain't
One
spend
thing
nearly
you're
as
not
much
gonna
as
do
those people.
is regret getting it.
I wanted to, but I couldn't. 'Cause I ain't got no job and have to work budgets for bills. Excuse me.
Guys, I told you she's
Who's
gonna want
it?
to
Heather
talk
by
about
Elegance. Ash
Oh my god, I know.
by Elegance.
Okay, ready?
With the concierge still wearing the neck brace with the bow tie on it. Looking like a crazy. She's calling Heather. Or Ash.
I just got a
I get them
DM
mixed up.
that you put us in a 4-way match at Rebellion for our tag team championship.
I'm sorry. Okay, listen. I was under a lot of stress, okay? I had like 10 people talking to me. They were like towering over me. It was a lot, okay?
What were you thinking? You put me, in a 4-way match?
Uh-huh.
Do you even know what that means? Because in a traditional tag team match, we have a 50% chance of winning. 2 teams, 1 winner. And because of your incompetence, now we are one of 4 teams, which means we only have a 25% chance of winning 1 quarter. Oh, and you want to know what the worst part is? Is we don't even have to be pinned to lose our title.
Gosh, she knows how the match works. Cool.
Ridiculous.
No. We're gonna make something good out of this. Yeah, we're gonna make Ash proud. Okay? This is an opportunity.
We're going to do everything, and I mean everything and anything in our power to be victorious over Rebellion. We cannot lose these belts. We cannot. Ash is going to lose her mind.
I just realized those
by
belts
any
kind of
means
connect like a
necessary.
puzzle
Whatever
piece as
it
well. The
takes.
front plate
We
and the
need to
side
win this
plates on the women's tag team belts do the same thing as that new international belt.
Did that track
I never paid attention to
Makes
those
perfect
details
sense.
before.
Everything Ash says makes perfect sense. Okay, I get it. We're joined here on commentary by the liaison between NXT and TNA.
Ariana Grace.
Ariana, can you weigh in on this?
I
was told that there was no math involved in this commentary.
Ariana Grace is cute.
That's fair. Let's get through the match.
I heard that was Santino's daughter. Oh, Fatal Influence. It's time for JC Jane versus Masha. You know, she's got Fallon and Jasmine Nix with her.
Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first,
Henley.
accompanied to the ring by Jasmine Nix and Fallon Henley. Representing Fatal Influence from NXT, JC Jane.
As we approach Rebellion this Sunday in Los Angeles, live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus, our guests from NXT have pretty much set up shop in this company. We'll take you back to what happened last week. It was Rosemary who fired that green mist
that was crazy.
in the eyes of JC Jane.
Missed the JC Jane last week. That was crazy.
That has had on other TNA wrestlers in the past. It is a nasty thing to have sprayed in your eyes. JC Jane, none too pleased. Ariana, you've seen how the Fatal Influence works in NXT. How worried should Rosemary be?
I mean, I would be pretty worried when you look at the numbers, although I thought there was no math involved. It's not in Rosemary's favor.
Masha.
We'll try and keep the arithmetic
Say
down.
it's Masha against her. I think that's what's going to happen. Yep. Oh, she's behind me. She's right there.
Her opponent from the Undead.
No, she's facing Rosemary.
Rosemary.
Wow. Rosemary got her work cut out for her because Fatal Influence got two-person advantage. Talk about shenanigans and outside interference. There's going to be a lot of that going on because that's what Fatal Influence is known for.
Why did Rosemary, after weeks and weeks of seemingly stalking Zaya Brookside, seemingly
maybe Masha or somebody will come out there and help Rosemary. She gonna need
Honestly, your guess is as good as mine. We saw the matchup last week between Jasmine Nix of Fatal Influence and Zaya Brookside. Zaya Brookside and Laying Lee had been in tag team competition. Not
Rosemary
long ago
looks like the stuff nightmares are made of. She always has that kind of
Rosemary had been looming over a lot of the things that Zaya Brookside was doing.
Formerly known as Ruby Riott.
That seemed menacing, but now a lot of questions. The mind of the demon assassin is one that I never want to truly understand or enter.
Rosemary versus JC Jane right now, one-on-one.
Jane, don't forget, still to come tonight, the TNA World Champion
Ring the
Joe
bell.
Hendry and the Notorious Attraction Elijah will team up against Ethan Page and the Call Your Shot Gauntlet winner Frankie Kazarian in our main event. A little bit of a preview of what's to come this Sunday.
Joe Hendry,
at Rebellion.
Elijah
And speaking of which, we know
versus
Rebellion,
Ethan
the
Page
Nemesis
and
will
Frankie
challenge the
Kazarian
Hardys
later.
for the TNA World
And JC
Tag
Jane
Team titles.
blindsided Rosemary to
The
start
Nemesis
us
will
out.
visit the Hardy
Cheap
compound
shots
tonight on
to
TNA
the
Impact.
top
That's still to
turnbuckle.
come.
Head first goes Rosemary. Onslaught of offense from JC Jane while she's in the corner, using her boot to choke her out.
Is another example. But JC Jane taking it right to Rosemary to kick this thing off. Referee Frank Gastineau.
Rosemary dodged the attack. Acts like she's gonna miss her,
Rosemary was going for the green miss, or at least
but
trying to make
doesn't.
JC Jane think about
And
it.
JC Jane rolls out of the ring scared.
With all of Fatal Influence here. Ariana, have you talked with JC and the rest of Fatal Influence ever since JC burst on the scene here in TNA? You were not aware of it, nor was Santino Morello when JC first showed up.
I had to do a lot of damage control with that situation. It really undermined my authority to have that happen. I'm the liaison. I'm supposed to know
And now
these things.
Fallon Henley on the apron distracted Rosemary, and now Jasmine Nix on the opposite side on the apron distracting Rosemary. And now JC Jane tries to take advantage but gets caught. Rosemary got about a throat. And she right forearms her right in the corner. Irish whip to the opposite corner. Follows it up with a huge splash.
Rosemary in pursuit, legendary
And then a suplex to the middle of the ring sends JC into the other corner again.
The demon assassin.
I mean,
Follows
I
it
don't
up
really like
with another
scary
stinger splash
monsters
from
very
Rosemary.
much, and I'm from NXT.
This time,
you know, those
JC
are my
moved out of
best
the way,
friends, and
but
right here, Fatal
Rosemary
Influence
gets
is
her
my
with a
best
back
friend.
elbow, and now using the ropes to her advantage, she got her in a submission hold.
The upside down now by Rosemary. Breaking before the count of 5.
And behind the ref's back, Fallon Henley and Jasmine Nix attack Rosemary on the floor.
Rosemary and Jasmine Nix attacks from behind.
And then a PK kick from JC Jane on the apron.
here.
I know them so well. I had a feeling they might do something like this.
Jason throws it back into the ring. Rolls in herself.
Whether you like Fatal Influence or not.
Senton tries to pin her. 1, 2, 2, squeeze. JC James kicks out. Got a 2 count on Rosemary. Knee to the back of Rosemary. Make it 2. Now she's got her in a submission, like a sleeper hold in the middle of the ring.
Think about all the competition right now in the Knockouts division this Sunday at Rebellion.
A version of a
Los
sleeper
Angeles
hold.
will see a 4-way match for the Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. Plenty of representation
Rosemary
for
trying to
NXT
create
in
some
that match. And
separation
then,
to
of
break
course,
this hold.
for the first time ever,
Like she's biting her.
it's Masha
Yeah, she's biting her to break the hold.
defending her TNA Knockouts World Championship against Tessa Blanchard
And
this
she
Sunday
catches both
at
the shot
Rebellion.
attempts from JC James.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
And then she starts biting her in the forehead.
Trying to bite JC James' face off.
And then clotheslines JC James. Clotheslines her again.
That's a little insane.
Clothesline ducks it by JC. Drop kick. Shotgun drop kicks her stomach.
Well, she better get a ring.
Sends JC James on the mat.
Nasty but effective
Rosemary,
from Rosemary.
huge right hand, right
Blast
forearm.
there by Rosemary in the corner. JC Jane trying to
Another right
withstand
forearm that JC James puts on the
Easier
mat.
said than
1,
done. Hooked to both
2,
legs and a
2,
kick out by
sweep.
Jane.
Jane kicks out at 2.
Keeping Fallon Henley at bay. Rosemary, who spent weeks and months trying to bring out a more aggressive
JC Jane in one corner, Rosemary in the opposite. Head full of steam. Jane counters with a huge knee to the face of Rosemary. Gotta fold it over like a pretzel. But then Rosemary, almost like an Undertaker sit-up out of nowhere,
Rising from the undead
grabs her
realm,
by the back of her
if
hair,
you will.
drops her with a reverse DDT.
By Rosemary.
1,
Here's the
2,
cover, and
2,
Jane
squeeze. JC Jane kicks out
Ariana,
at
have you
2.
ever seen anything quite like that?
Honestly, no. At first, I thought her nose was going to be broken, and then she
Rosemary calling
rose
for the
from the
finisher.
dead.
That's
Double
Rosemary.
underhook.
Rose.
Jane counters.
There you go.
Tries for a forearm.
Up on
Rosemary
her
puts her
shoulders.
up in the fireman's
Rosemary
carry.
trying to control JC Jane.
Jasmine Nix on the corner, on the apron, pulled Jasmine Nix down. Or JC Jane. Yeah. Spear from Rosemary to Jasmine Nix on the apron, puts her on the floor. Good. And then a spin the block from JC Jane. 1, 2, 3, ring the bell. JC Jane for the win because of a lot of outside interference from Fatal Influence. I can't even boot them because they were doing that.
Once again, proving too much, proving very effective for Fatal Influence.
Very fatal.
Fatal Influence making being bad look so good. Jasmine Nix and Fallon Henley are
The
huge.
numbers catching up to Rosemary.
JC Jane, she alright.
Rosemary has made a lot of
But the
enemies
little
in
team,
this
Fatal
company and
Influence, is
beyond,
fine.
it seems.
Oh no.
And now they're triple teaming Rosemary after the match is over.
Fatal Influence all over Rosemary. Not done yet.
Oh, while Fallon and Jasmine hold her down, JC Jane putting the boots to Rosemary, and now she's slapping her with insult, punching her. Who's running out? Somebody's coming out to help finally. 2 girls. Yeah, Zaya Brookside and Lee Ying Lee. Where were you at this past Saturday, Zaya? I was looking for you at WrestleCade. Not WrestleCade, WrestleCon. I will see her at WrestleCade though, hopefully.
Brookside and Lee have come to the aid of Rosemary tonight on Impact.
If they hadn't come out there and helped, Rosemary would have got beat down.
Gotta be around here somewhere.
Who is this? This is a vignette, like it's a TNA something promo. What is that? That's not creepy at all.
Welcome to the Hardy compound.
Oh, that's
Where you don't
Jeff.
talk, it's reality or just short the night time.
Brother Nero. Them is driving a badass sports car. I don't know what kind of car it is. It's like a Camaro or something. At the gates of the Hardy compound. About to walk in. Being followed by Max. Max, what ain't that dog Jeff or Matt's dog? Matt's son named Max. Met him at the gate. Maximilian. The Nimitz visit the Hardy compound up next. That's going to be interesting. And now we're in the commercial break. That's going to be cool. I might take my glasses off for this one.
The brightest stars, the best trailers. Audiences everywhere agree. Nothing but trailers is Can't Miss TV. Look for the blood and the smoke.
Hardy compound matches are always good.
Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern on Access TV.
I saw the one where it was Jeff and Matt in a final deletion match. That was very cool. And if this next match between them and the Nimitz is anything like that, it'll be one to remember.
No one even has to know.
Just a couple more nights and let's
I
rebellion.
always do what's best. My parents taught me that. That's why I called a place for mom. Their personalized guidance was just what I needed.
Yeah, Matt and Jeff, they had their own separate room at WrestleCon. Line mile long for people wanting to meet them. Lita was at WrestleCon. There was so many people at WrestleCon. If they weren't at WWE World, they were across the street at WrestleCon.
Such a difference. Our service comes at no
Tony
cost to your
Storm,
family. Connect with us today.
Sandman, both Steiner brothers.
The perfect side hustle.
God, the list, I was scrolling for like 10 minutes at the list of people that were there. I was like, damn.
And now listing is even
You
easier
name them,
with
they were there.
Poshmark's SmartList AI feature. I just take a pic and let SmartList do the rest. I love it.
But they were on schedule. Some might have been there only Friday, some might have been there only Saturday. Like DDP, he was there at WrestleCon. I saw him at WWE World, but he had a contract to be at WrestleCon as well. I won't ever forget this weekend. That was incredible.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Don't miss Steel deals. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel dealer or shop online.
How does Klein Inspector get among the most big verdicts and settlements of any law firm in the country? Because Klein Inspector is an award-winning team.
Well, what you doing out there, nephew? You think having fun?
And that's why the
Worry about what I'm doing. 40 years of my life, you want to have nothing to do with me. Now all of a sudden, you want to be all up in the business.
So if a defective product, motor vehicle accident, or medical malpractice caused a catastrophic injury, call Klein Inspector.
When I started college, so many people warned me about credit cards. They just seemed really scary. When I needed a car, I realized that I needed to build credit. So I got the Chime Credit Builder card because I could safely build credit without being afraid of fees or interest. And there was no credit check. My score went up over 60 points and I bought my first car. As a busy college student, having a car is an absolute must.
Yeah,
I feel like I could do anything.
I was jet lagged. Good grief. I know what I've never known what that feels like until this past Tuesday when I got back here. I was so jet lagged because I took the red eye back.
Can you sell my stuff on there like that?
You can.
I think we left.
I'm gonna make so much money.
Yeah, we
Download the
left.
Poshmark app to discover all the ways you can buy and sell today.
Not Las Vegas. San Francisco Airport. I think that flight took off at 9 at night there, and I didn't get back here until 5 a.m. in the morning.
Speak with a licensed medical provider at
It's like going through a time machine, both there and back.
Peacock is now included in your Spectrum TV package at no extra cost. Activate Peacock right now. Simply visit spectrum.net/get.
Closest thing I had to an experience like that before was when I went to Montana, Marlboro Ranch. And it kind of gave me those kind of vibes, seeing the mountains in the background, every direction you turn.
Live sports and more. Peacock.
I always say, just like in the song, never should have gave him coffee, my own parody song. Wish I could roll back west, Old Town Road. I almost did.
So when I had carpal
west.
tunnel syndrome, lower back pain, and shortness of breath, I thought that's what getting older felt like. Thank goodness
So crazy.
I
This
called
so
my
sweet.
cardiologist.
All the
I have
mountains and terrain
ATTRCM,
and
a rare but serious
nothingness.
disease, and getting diagnosed
for
early
miles, and
made
then
a
in the
difference.
middle of it, you got Las Vegas.
If you have any of these
But its
warning
Vegas
signs,
Strip can be
don't
seen
wait.
from space. It's
Ask
so
your
bright at night.
cardiologist about ATTR-CM today.
All right, back to TNA. The Hardy compound, and then was visiting there.
I'd love this, but still, we can't get the hell out of here. So this movie before. I think we should split up. Good call. I'll go that way.
That's not a good call. That's stupid. Why you gonna split up? That's your own dumbness.
I see dead people.
Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy get down, bust the move. Brother Nero. Then the next second he's gone. Just an umbrella left behind. Oh, and then Jeff blindsides him. No makeup, no face paint. Just a Jeff Hardy in a t-shirt and jeans. Fighting Nick Nimmer. Randomly. And face first into a tree goes Nick Nimmer. And now Jeff using that umbrella that Brother Nero had to hit Nick on the back. Oh, and then a handful of sand Nick throws in Jeff Hardy's face. Picks up his hat and keeps moving. Oh, and now is that Jeff again? Yep. Now they're fighting on a truck, near a truck. Head first goes Jeff Hardy on the pickup truck. Then Nick throws him in the back of the truck, goes up there with him. Punches Jeff in the head. Oh, Jeff kicks him in the midsection, drops a hammer on his back or two. They're fighting in the back of a pickup truck. Oh, a super kick from Nick to Jeff. Nick puts him on the hood of the truck, not on the hood, but on the top. On the top of the truck. Jeff elbows to the midsection of Nick. Clubs him on the back. They're going to powerbomb him through a table. There's two tables set up on the side of the truck. Oh, but Nick Nemeth's back body drops Jeff through the tables. Off the top of the truck, through the tables, on the side of the truck on the ground. Crazy. I knew this was going to be crazy. And then Nick goes into the truck where there's a suitcase. And in that suitcase is clothes, bag or something. What's in that bag? The championship, the tag team championship belt. And he grabs his hat and he leaves with the championship in hand. On to the next part. And they show Jeff on the ground reeling from that attack. Now they're at a house on the compound with a gazebo on the outside of it. I like this because you get an inside look at what the Hardy's compound looks like too. Nick Nemeth going inside of their house with the belt in his hand. Now they're going back to Ryan Nemeth, who's walking around the lawn somewhere. And gets attacked in the back by Matt. Punches him in the midsection. And now you got Nick inside of their like arcade in the house. Just making himself at home. He sees the second NXT Tag Team Championship belt in a case. in the glass case, display case. He thinks it's like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, where he has to put something to equal weight down when he takes it. So he puts like a dumbbell that weighs the same amount underneath it as he takes the belt out. And Matt and Ryan are still fighting by a fountain somewhere in the courtyard.
I've just had a very premonition. The Nimitz have the titles.
And so I have a premonition the Nimitz have the titles because he had a feeling that Nick got the belts. And then, he slams the gate up against Ryan's arm and then spears him into the pool. Matt speared Ryan Nemeth into the pool. And I think that's Matt Hardy's wife that was playing the piano just then. And now all of a sudden Ryan's in the arcade. And they're showing Matt Hardy's kids just in a theater somewhere in their home theater. Max Silver great. I'm weak. This is cool, man. They need to do this more. Ooh, Ryan sucks. Max will wrestle Ryan Nemeth, whoop his ass. It's like vaudeville style. It's all in black and white with no volume, just words written out every now and then. Max. Oh shit. Oh, off the top rope, Baxel drop kicked him. Ouch. My hero. He's standing over top of him. Victorious. People throwing roses and flowers at him. 1992 to infinity. That's what his shirt said. Maxwell. Oh, Maxwell got big over the years, man. I remember when he was just a baby.
So, today looking rough.
It's looking rough for me?
Yeah.
Thanks for seeing me, Dr. Wolfie.
Well, to do all these things, it's going to cost $10,000.
$10,000, but then I won't be crazy?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about my big brother. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So he got suspended and he was gone for a few weeks, and I kept coming out every week and telling everybody he's going to be back. My big brother is going to come back to TNA wrestling. And everybody just booed me. I thought they would like me. I thought they would clap for me and be excited, but they all thought I was stupid.
That's all the Matt Hardy fans.
It was all the Matt Hardy fans, you're right.
Yeah.
What are you writing down? Are you writing down that I'm crazy? You know, when I was a kid, I got picked on all the time. I used to wet the bed. I was scared of the dark. I'm still scared of the dark. I use a nightlight. Do you know that?
Ryan Nemeth.
Well, I used to ride my bike and I would fall down a lot. And I would cry and my parents didn't care. Are you laughing at that? Yeah, maybe you're right. I missed something in my childhood. What was it?
Do you ever hug your parents?
No. Dr. Wolfie, I never hugged my parents.
That'll be $500 for the emotional damage.
Do you take Venmo or PayPal?
Sure.
Thank you, Dr. Wolfie. This has been incredible.
Really is in the pool. having a dream.
Not where you think you are. You know exactly where I am. My brother Nick and I are here to take those titles. No! Gothic baby, my brother and I are taking those titles. No! Listen to me. Nick and I want those titles and we're taking them. No! Taking them. Taking them.
Oh shoot. Is that Ryan Nemeth that's all of a sudden like Crow from movie or like Sting from back in the WCW days, black and white Sting?
Thanks, Gothic baby.
Oh, really? All gothed up out of nowhere. Really, he's still floating in the pool.
It's time for the Hardy Compound Touchdown. First from his brother's shadow, Ryan Nemeth. And from the broken universe, the reigning and defending Roastmaster General, Barty.
Barty, you don't have a job. You eat nothing but junk food. You still live with your parents. You can't even drive a car. Congratulations. You're a wrestler. And a conformist pig.
You suck, Nemeth.
What do you call cheese that's not yours?
What?
That's a cheese.
This is
You
crazy.
wanna hear
This is
Joe?
incredible.
Yeah.
You're clear.
It's a pretty low blow, buddy. Shouldn't be surprised. You're 2 feet tall, and you dress like a kid. You're one of the shortest kids I've ever seen.
I'm about to watch this again after it's over.
When your mom goes to a restaurant, she orders a short stack, the waiter said, looks like you already got one. Suck! Short ends
People
are
pulling
ugly.
tomatoes and
You
stuff
gotta
out.
hold your mom's hand when you cross the street.
And that show Matt messing with him in the pool, still drowning.
You, Ryan Nemeth, are about to learn that I'm a cold-blooded deleter. I would do that if I were you.
Nick Nemeth, because he got both the belts in his hands, standing outside of the pool. Now Matt's getting out of the pool. Starts pursuing him. This is incredible. This is really cool. Is that Maxwell got him by the waist in the waist lock? And then Nick high face. Now Matt's finally caught up to him, brawling on the grass. Oh, but Ryan blindsides him with a belt to the back of the head. Now they're double teaming Matt Hardy. And now there's Jeff. Looking like something out of the Matrix. So they got the Hardy's belts and they're leaving. They're running now. And that's how it ended with Jeff standing over Matt, looking at them leave. That was incredible. That was cool, man. That was a good segment. That's the best TNA segment I've seen in a while.
2 hours later, and I still smell like I just stepped out of the shower. Thanks,
That was
Mando.
innovative,
For the best deals, go to shopmando.com.
interesting, action-packed,
Let's talk
drama
about
filled.
sex.
I
As you
can
get a
keep
little
on and
older,
on about
things
how
tend
good
to
that
work
was.
a little differently. I felt
Like an
shame,
inside look at the Hardy
embarrassment,
compound,
guilt,
what the inside of their house looked like, what the courtyard looked
What
like.
Vince does is says, hey, look, don't worry about it. We got this part covered. 100%
That was
online.
neat.
The whole
I'm
process is
definitely
very
watching that
sweet.
again.
Made me feel
At
like
some point.
I'm a rock star.
For
This product
in
has
its entirety.
changed my life.
When it kicked in, I said, yeah, I'm back. I remember this feeling.
Get started today at forhims.com.
Hey, Allison, founder of Poppy here. We
I
have
heard
some
Poppy
good
tastes
news.
like garbage.
Poppy has teamed up with the Minecraft movie in celebration of the release to create limited edition packaging and can design. There's nothing better than a crisp cold coffee to boost your building skills or quench your thirst while watching a Minecraft movie. Catch it in theaters and get your limited edition coffee at retailers everywhere right now.
I'm Anya's indecision. I thought we were good. Like with home projects,
I still remember
I used to make sure she got so
back in
around,
November, I
she
think it
wasn't
was,
even
or last
sure where
year,
to start.
when I met Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Thumbtack changed her.
For one, Matt remembered me from that
Heights and reminders.
Crazy Town
Anya's getting
concert
stuff
25
done.
years ago.
And I'm
Yeah,
getting
DDP said he remembered me from 34 years ago at
Indecision
the
doesn't live here.
Dorton Arena.
You do. Take care of your home with Thumbtack.
But I don't think he meant
Download
it.
the
I
app
think he
today.
just told me that just to
Are
make
you
me
throwing
feel
away
good,
money on your car insurance?
because it's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Because
That's
when
exactly
Matt,
what I'm doing.
when I asked Matt that same question,
We help you compare
him
quotes
and
save
Lita,
half on your car
I
insurance.
asked him the
I
same
like it.
question.
It's
Do you remember me from back
convenient, save
then?
you lots of money.
And they
Go
were
to
so
unfiltered.com
animate
and
about
save
it.
up
Of
to $1,000 a year on
course,
your
how
car
can I
insurance.
forget?
Just give me
It's
30
central.
minutes a day for 21
But yeah,
days,
Jeff
and the
looked me up
weight
and
will
down.
come
He's like,
off.
man, I
Wanna
love the
know the
look,
mistake
bro.
most people
I had
make
both
when
my
they
belts
wanna
around
lose
my
weight?
waist and
They try to
third belt
overhaul
over my
their
shoulder.
entire life at one time. My secret
I ain't
is
never
you just
been
commit
told
to
that by
3
a
weeks at a
wrestler
time.
before
In
Jeff
21
said it.
days,
I
I
love your
lost
look,
10
bro.
pounds
I've
and
been
15
told that
inches off my entire
all
body.
the time
And
by
now, Bundle
fans,
21
other
Day Fix
random
with
people, but
Shakeology,
never
superfood nutrition that helps you
somebody
lose
who's
weight
in the
and feel less
business.
bloated. And save up to 60%. Just go to body.com today. That's body with an I.com.
Rebag, the way luxury resale should be. A curated selection of investment pieces to treasure today or sell tomorrow. Instantly refresh your collection. Get 10% off your first purchase at Rebag.com with code REBAGTV.
If you're one
I
of the many
almost went
people
up to them
struggling
with Wrestle
financially right
Kyle,
now,
but I'm
Bridget's
like
got your back.
limited on
They'll send
funds
you
at this
$50
point,
to
trying to
$250 instantly.
save money
With
for
no credit
bills
check or interest.
since I got to pay for
Download the
everything
Bridget app today
by
and get
myself.
$50 to $250
It's not a
instantly.
job.
To
Thank
avoid
God
digital threats,
that he
just
has
turn
me,
on
because if God didn't
NordVPN.
have me, I wouldn't be able to make it this far and continue on.
Improve your protection against
The way I'm able
trackers,
to
malicious
maintain and do
websites, and malware-ridden
through
downloads.
God.
Get the deal now.
At Bob's, you get the lowest prices every day, like our modular Bob, which configures to fit your family at just $250 each section. Sleep well on our Consumer Reports recommended Treasure and Copper Radiance mattresses. And quality meets value with our Ellington, only $12.99 every day. No phony sales ever.
It's on sale
All
at
right,
the other
enough with the
store.
commercials. Let's get back to the show.
No, it's off sale. No, it's on sale.
When you get
No, we're
everyday
going
low
back to
prices on the
commercial.
furniture of
Go
your
back to
dreams, there's
TNA.
only one thing to say. Oh my God.
Prize Picks, the easiest way to turn hot takes into cold hard
Actually, yeah, they are
cash.
going
Like
to
what
another
Drewski said,
commercial. I
he
was right
cares
the
more
first
about
time.
horses than hoops.
I never say that.
But I care
Download the
nothing
app during the
about it.
playoffs and get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup.
Finally, back to TNA. How are they going to follow that Hardy compound segment?
Man, been over. That's
Ace
my brother.
and
That's
Trey.
just like your brother. We've been teaming up night in and night out, and they just take Zach out, and they just keep getting away with it.
You know, I've been saying somebody needs to do something about it, and we've been trying. They got the numbers. They got the numbers. So who do we call? What do we do? I don't know. I can't call once. I can't call they. So I mean, got anybody else? Because I don't think I do. Honestly,
Do. Whose contact info I just happen to have pulled up right here.
Oh,
Hey, system. Dumbasses.
Sean Waltman, X-Pac.
Hey, yo, OG. Yeah, this is that call.
And that's it. Wow, I wonder what that's got to do. What's that going to do? Trey Miguel just called X-Pac.
The Rascals went deep into the pocket and found themselves a legend.
Oh, Tessa Blanchard. Boo. She was a WrestleCon too.
The undeniable diamond, Tessa Blanchard.
Well, this woman is the daughter of the legend Tully Blanchard, Tessa Blanchard, who be calling herself a two-time Knockouts World Champion if she's able to dethrone Masha Slamovich this Sunday live in
I hope she does
Los
not
Angeles.
beat Masha Sunday. I thought Rebellion was Saturday, but I guess it's on Sunday.
To cement her return here to TNA Wrestling.
Wrestling a no-name who?
From Chicago, Illinois,
Missa Kate.
Missa Kate
Never heard of her. She's definitely a
Mr.
jobber.
Kane stepping foot inside a TNA ring once again.
Who
Has
get us
performed well in the
Tessa
past.
Blanchard, a
Can have her
no-name to
hands
wrestle.
full with the undeniable Diamond.
Oh,
I'm still
Impact's
reeling
on
from
at
the
10 next
freaking
week instead of the regular time. Good to know.
I love
Ring the
Sean.
bell.
I can't wait to see him. I can't believe that Ace and the Rascals got him to back them up. That is
This
huge.
match ain't gonna last
You
long.
get your
Oh,
tickets
Missile
now
got
for
on
Rebellion
the
this Sunday
early
live in
advantage,
Los
but nope,
Angeles
didn't
at
last long. Tessa on top
TNAWrestling.com.
now.
And speaking of legends, how about the
Side
undisputed
headlock
we've
dropped
seen
into
over
the
the
mat.
last few weeks by Tessa
Missile
Blanchard
counter.
flying all the way to New York City to attack the elderly,
Belly to
legendary
back
trainer
suplex.
of Masha Slamovich, Johnny Rods.
Back on the mat.
Tommy Dreamer knows very, very well.
Missile rolls her up one. She only gets the one count on Tessa.
Slamovich was
Tessa kicks her in the
furious earlier on
midsection.
tonight. I was going to say that.
Missile slaps her in her chest while she was taunting. Tessa throws her to the mat hard. Punches her in the face while she's leaning up against the ropes. Irish whip. Nope. Countered by
Kane holding
Missile.
onto the top rope, trying to deny.
Ooh. Huge headbutt.
How
Oh,
does
that's right
Slamovich
hand.
combat
Like a
the
headbutt.
nastiness of Blanchard this Sunday?
Irish whip
Rebellion?
counter by Kate.
You're asking
Who
how
then
Masha Slamovich is going to combat nastiness?
counters
She lives and
Tessa's
breathes
attack with a
nastiness.
back body drop.
If there is anybody who can
Not a
match the
back body drop.
ferocity of Tessa Blanchard, I got to
Back
give
break.
you.
Oh, Tessa hangs her up on the second rope and then puts all her weight on the back of her
Turns
head
it
and
right
chokes her out.
around and is in control. We're going to be in Los Angeles this Sunday for Rebellion live on
Hits the
pay-per-view
ropes,
and TNA.
drops,
But we're going
kicks
to
her in
be
the
in the
back.
greater Los Angeles area for much of
Tessa in
next week.
control of the match
Thursday,
still.
May 1st,
Goes to
TNA
the apron,
Impact is going to
kicks
be
her in the
live
head.
on Access TV and TNA Plus.
From the apron to the elbow drop on the inside of the ring. 1, 2, 2, 3. Missile Kate kicks out at 2.
And on Friday, May 2nd, TNA presents Impact in Irvine, California. You can get your tickets now for
Tessa
these
in
events
control
and
of the
all
match.
these upcoming
Picks her
events
up
at the
off the
bottom of
mat.
your screen at TNAWrestling.com.
Huge clothesline, drops her back down.
All over La La Land, but we gotta
Tessa
get
wrenches
through
the arm.
Impact
Clotheslines
tonight
Missile
to get
again.
there. And right now, Tessa Blanchard running right through Missy Kate. It's been over
Front
5
face lock,
years
clubs
since
on the
Tessa
back.
Blanchard last held the Knockouts World Championship. It's a first
About
time
4 or 5
ever
times,
encounter
4 clubs
between
on the back.
Slamovich and
That's
Blanchard.
gonna
What do
try
you
for a
think the X
suplex.
factor
Nope,
is going to be?
mix it up
Pun intended.
with back body drop.
What do you think is going to be the
From
deciding
Missile Kate.
factor in the
Missile
match?
Kate.
It's going to be, quite frankly, I think
Yeah, Rebellion
Tessa
Sunday. I
Blanchard
didn't know
has
that. I
done
thought it was
such a good
Saturday.
job of trying to get into the head of Masha Slamovich. We saw what she was
In the
willing to do,
corner,
heading all
kicks
the
to
way
the
back
midsection
to
to Kate.
Johnny Rods,
About
the
7,
trainer
8, 9
of
of them.
Masha Slamovich. That's what Tessa Blanchard is willing to do. What is she willing to do in
Tessa
the
with a
match
forearm
itself?
shiver.
And is Slamovich
Got 4 or
prepared
5
for
of
whatever
them.
that will be? Blanchard
Taking the attack with Missile Kate, just beating her down. Irish whips her from one corner to the next. Oh no, she reverses it, sends her back to the same corner. Slaps her in her chest with a chop.
After what has occurred, to your point about Tessa Blanchard going to Johnny Rods. That's the game.
Tessa
Physically,
Irish whips her
both
to the opposite
Blanchard
corner.
and Slamovich
Follows it up
are
with
two
a splash,
very
but Missile
physical
Kate
women's
moves.
athletes at the top of their game.
And now
They
she's
are
got her
matched
in a full
very
Nelson
evenly,
almost, but then
50-50
she's
if you ask me. It is
spinning
a
around. Throws
psychological
a
advantage
Tessa face
that I
first
think
into the
Blanchard
second
could find.
turnbuckle. Hits the ropes
Missy
while
Kate
she's
has
leaning
an
on the
advantage
second
right
rope.
here.
Oh, but
Goes to the
Tessa
knee,
moved out of the
striking a
way.
corner. Blanchard
And
avoided
knee first
disaster.
goes Missile to the
Machine
second
right on the
turnbuckle. And then a stunner, a cutter
Blanchard.
from Tessa to Missile.
Now,
Tessa going to the top rope.
it could just be a matter of moments. It could be academic here. Blanchard to the top turnbuckle. Is it time?
Huge drop. Her finisher off the top rope. It was like a knees to the face from the top rope with the maneuver. I don't know what to call that move, but it was some impact. Pun intended.
Not done. Blanchard could have ended it.
Tessa wrenching the
Decided
arm.
not to.
Got her in a. She's about to hit her with a DDT or top of a DDT. Buzz saw that stuff. Damn. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell. Tessa Blanchard for the win. But we knew that was going to happen because they put her up against a no-name jobber. Instead of somebody like Masha Slamovich or JC Jane or Cora Jade. They put her against somebody we never heard of. Oh, and that's Masha. Take the fight to Tessa. Good stuff. Masha tearing her ass up. Boom! Huge finishing move in the middle of the ring. And now she's got her in a submission move, wrenching the arm. Yeah, the arm ain't supposed to bend that way. And then she's grabbing her by the hair at the same time as she's wrenching her arm the wrong way. And now officials come out there and try to break it up. Yeah, Masha. And then she's taking out security, punching the security guards, Masha. Yeah, Masha, that was awesome. I'm glad she got her.
Look at what that inspired in Blanchard.
Masha gonna tear her up in rebellion.
Understand what she has unlocked in the mind of Masha Slamovich. The unstoppable force, the immovable object, the TNA Knockouts World Championship is at stake.
That's gonna be a good match, but like I said, I hope Masha retains.
Hey, Access TV fans.
Not a bad segment to follow the Hardys. I didn't know how they were gonna do it, but they did.
Everything you love about Access
So
TV,
Masha
head
and
over to
Tessa
the
battling it out,
Access.tv
but
website for all the latest show info,
how they followed
schedules,
it.
breaking news,
I'm about to go
current
use the bathroom.
contests,
I'll be back
dive
in a
into
minute.
exclusive videos, behind the scenes content, and more. Plus, we want to hear from you. Send us your feedback and be part of the Access TV community. Access artists, Access music, Access.tv.
Hi, I'm Premium Wireless for $15 a month at Mint Mobile. When I Premium Wireless for $15 a month, I think, why not Premium Wireless for $15 a month? Who am I kidding? Premium Wireless for $15 a month will always Premium Wireless for $15 a month. And sometimes, Premium Wireless for $15 a month every time. No points for subtlety, right? Let's be honest, Premium Wireless for $15 a month, am I right? Let's just stop having AI write these, okay, guys?
At Drive Time, we make it easy to buy a car.
Get approved on your phone, shop for cars on your phone, customize your terms on your phone. I made the deal I want on the car I want.
And the deal you make on your phone is a deal you paid at the real Drive Time dealership.
Awesome. Is that a portal?
It's more of a metaphor for the seamless process between the deal on your phone and the real Drive Time dealership.
I'm going to go buy that car.
Yeah.
Wow. It's the deal I made on my phone. It's the same deal.
It's beautiful. This is a commercial. Go get your real deal at drivetime.com.
Food is Gina's passion, but diabetes is threatening to take that all away. With Dexcom G7, Gina learned how different foods affect your sugar levels in real time, so she doesn't have to choose between the foods that she loves and her health.
Rebag, a luxury resale marketplace curated with an eye for detail, where every piece is carefully vetted by our specialists. Rebag. Get 10% off your first
If you're
purchase
watching
with
TNA
Rebag
Impact, let me hear you say yeet.
I knew that something was different. Order your chewable tablets and they get delivered straight to your door.
Hey, stop scrolling. I have something that's going to change your life. Wait.
Which was offering their first month free so that you can try it out when basically.
Wait, just take a second and swipe left. Trust me.
That makes me think of the tag team on Evolve called Swipe Right.
Get your first
Like,
month free at
really?
BlueChew.com.
Really? I hate even saying it like that because it's a business thing, but really.
Hey, Allison, founder of Poppy here. We have some huge news. Poppy has teamed up with the Minecraft movie in celebration of the release to create limited edition packaging and can design. There's nothing better than a crisp cold Poppy to boost your building skills or quench your thirst while watching a Minecraft movie. Catch it in theaters and get your limited edition Poppy at retailers everywhere right now.
All right, so that's one pair of glasses.
Yep.
With prescription lenses, plus anti-reflective lens coating.
Oh.
Scratch-resistant coating.
Did I choose?
UV protection. Award-winning customer service.
That's me.
That's also me. Free returns, free exchanges, and free frame adjustments for life.
And how much more is that?
Oh, it's all included at Warby Parker.
So my glasses
Are still just $95.
Oh.
Surprise! I just get excited.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? Spectrum is bringing together the streaming apps you love. Plus, live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. All in one place, across your devices. So no matter when or where you are, it's all here. Spectrum.
Are we back? Tell me we're back there.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes. Go to SafeLight.com and schedule a replacement today.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Look for the blood and the smoke. Catch Nothing But Trailers, Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern on Access TV.
Now we're back then. Getting closer to that main event.
In the great state of California, I will become TNA World Champion.
I hope not. I definitely don't want All Ego Ethan Page to win.
Championship and bringing it back to NXT. I will walk the bill, the TNA World Champion, because we believe.
That's what I want to win, Joe Hendry. I want Joe Hendry to win Sunday. I want Masha to win Sunday. I want the Hardys to win. I like faces. I can't help it. Heels suck. I know that role is fun for them to play. They are scum. Now Eric Young coming up to Steve Macklin while he's writing in his journal.
If it wasn't going to be me, I wanted it to be you. It's the same thing for you. We called this, didn't we? We did. We said our paths were going to cross, one way or the other. Looks like it's going to happen again on Sunday. Yeah, this time for the TNA International Championship. My TNA International Championship. Yeah. Think about how different things could have been, though. With AJ, with Eddie, if you would have been concentrating on what you needed to do, knowing we had your back, everything could be different. I was trying to concentrate on me the whole time. And I took care of AJ and Michael. Look at me. I don't want you to take this as an ultimatum. It was a threat. But this will be the last time I offer this to you. The last time.
Yeah, I told you no. What no means no, bro.
All right. Cheers to you, man. Cheers.
I wouldn't trust the cup he gave me to drink. He'd probably try to poison me.
I'll see you in LA.
Eric Young is not to be trusted. I wouldn't drink that. Surprised it didn't fall out. Yeah. It's like he did. It's like he fell out from whatever Eric Young put in his drink. They're not showing Steve Macklin, but it's like he fell as he walked away. And now Eric Young is looking through his journal where he was writing down. Yeah, that him laying down. Yeah, that is him laying down on the ground with the cup beside him. And then he threw the journal in the fire. Eric Young is one of the people I would never trust.
Feelings, your emotions. I don't matter, Steve. This Sunday is going to be a religious experience for me and you.
Eric Young, System, Tessa Blanchard, all them characters, I would never trust them. I would trust them as far as I can throw them, so to speak.
It's really been a gift having Mom live with us. But as a nurse,
AJ Francis,
my training told me she needed more
wouldn't trust
help
none
than
of
I
them
could
guys,
provide.
man.
So I connected with a place for Mom. My
Just 'cause
senior
they're known
living
for being
advisor
shady.
understood our unique situation. She quickly recommended communities and set up tours. A place
Shady
for Mom
backstabbers.
helped us get to a decision. And now,
Type of
Mom
patch on your
is
back
so
while they're
well
feeling
cared
around for a place to put the
Talk to
knife
an
in.
expert senior living advisor
Can't stand
today
people like
at
that.
no cost to your family. the actual journey of helping your hair, it is a lot easier than you'd think.
Hims definitely work. I didn't expect so much hair to come back.
I went to the Hims
Only
website.
a few more
within 10
commercial
minutes,
breaks
I was talking
for the
to a
night.
provider.
I
Almost
start
to
to
that
see
main
results
event.
in the first 2 to 3 months. Even when I'm rubbing and my hair is sweaty, I do not have to worry about what it looks like.
They don't have a white shiny spot anymore.
Start today at hims.com.
Hey, I'm Ray's procrastination. You know, you want to take care of stuff, especially around the house. And I'm like, nice try, man. But then he started using Thumbtack. And now he's got planning tools to make it easy to get projects done. Even easier than not doing anything at all. Totally harsh, man.
Procrastination doesn't live here. You do. Take care of your home with Thumbtack. Download the app today.
Trying to find a video. You know, it's funny. The time traveler meets Trick Williams.
Do it all
There's some
with
guy that was
Steel
supposed to be
Battery.
dressed up like somebody from the 90s.
Don't miss Steel
Had
deals.
bootleg
Now is the best time to
DVDs
save
from
big on over
2005.
40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel
That
dealer
was
or
hilarious.
shop online.
It's not the video I
Everybody
was
hates
looking
Beth.
for.
She eats all the food she loves and stays slim. Kim starts herself dieting, yet still can't lose weight. Beth is full of
Excuse me.
energy. Kim always feels tired. Beth has an unfair advantage. She takes Almacet, a breakthrough
That's why I
healthy
like
weight loss
TikTok,
shake that
but I
fixes your
don't like
metabolism
TikTok because
to
if you
help you
don't
lose weight
save
in
a
a whole new
video
way.
or whatever, it's gone forever. You can't go see it again. It's hard to find it again.
I lost 26 pounds.
The reason you're having trouble losing weight could be a liver
So
clogged
what I was
with
looking
fat,
for was
slowing
one talking about
metabolism,
why did you
making
keep
it very
posting
difficult to lose weight
videos
and
if nobody's
supplemental
watching them? I can relate
Almacet
to
is
that.
a scientifically proven food supplement
Even
that
though
uses
the one
natural
with
amino
Stone
acids and
Cold got
bioactive
1,000, or the
peptides to
one
help
with
uncultivate
every video I'm putting up from
fix your
WrestleMania is getting
metabolism so
hundreds
it's
of
easier
views
to lose
and
weight.
likes.
My name is Stephanie
Whereas my
Phillips
watch
Sola,
alongs
and
and
I'm an
live
Almacet
reaction
success
videos
story. I was able
get
to
bare
lose
minimum,
67
but it's okay.
pounds with
Work in
Almacet
progress.
in roughly 7 to 8 months.
My
Maybe
weight
one
is
day it'll
down.
jump off.
I feel much more energetic than I have in the past.
Over the course of time, I lost a total of 25 pounds.
Do something during these
So
commercial
thank
breaks.
you,
This is
Almacet.
not it.
Almacet is all natural,
Having to
supports
hit them
healthy
jaw
blood sugar
jacking
levels,
about stuff
and
that
it's
doesn't apply to
diabetic
me.
friendly. Some weight
I'm
loss
not
brands have
interested
you
in it at
feel
all.
weak and hungry, but Almacet will renew your energy, and you can lose weight and feel great.
Almacet's unique protein
And I'm
can truly
hungry. I gotta figure
absorb
out what
in
I'm
your
gonna eat.
body and aid
I ate
weight
lunch
loss.
today too, but
Studies
that's the only
showed
thing I had
Almacet
today.
helps you lose double the weight compared to other diets.
The fact is, Almacet works, and I highly recommend it.
Go online now to get started with Almacet for just $34.99. A great value to finally lose weight. We
What should I
guarantee you
eat,
can
y'all?
lose weight or you'll get your money back. Be like Beth and get the unfair weight loss advantage with Almacet.
All right, back to TNA Impact. Thank you. Wow. They showing
Tonight
WrestleMania.
marks my 20th WrestleMania. The only question now is who is going to come through that curtain. But
I
I'll tell you
lost
one
my
thing,
mind when
whoever it
Joe
is
Hendry's theme
is going
song
to get
hit.
their WrestleMania moment, and it's going to be courtesy of the 3 most dangerous letters in all of sports entertainment. Oh my God! Oh, it's Joe Hendry!
Yeah, that was me. And of course, I got Denise Salcino, whatever, however you say her last name. I'm kind of jealous of her with her success on her podcast, getting to interview wrestlers. I've always been jealous of her. I want to get on her level.
The people say they believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry's going to have to believe in Joe Hendry more than he's ever done in the past.
Denise Salcino, however you say her last name. She's
What the
lucky.
hell is Joe Hendry doing at WrestleMania? I proved what happens when you listen to the fans, and I did it in front of 60,000 people at WrestleMania. No way!
Yeah, that was cool. Joe Hendry making his WrestleMania debut. I lost my mind. I was screaming in the RKO as soon as he did the turnaround. That was funny.
Smile at the camera, Joe Hendry.
1, 2, 3.
Tremendous moment for the TNA World Champion Joe Hendry. I've seen all these bums in the back do whatever they want.
And then he was on NXT, yep. This past Tuesday, he appeared up there.
Hold on there, Minute Maid. I believe you got your ass whooped on Sunday. Let's talk about it. I did lose to the RKO, but I did it in front of 60,000 people at WrestleMania. I was in the ring, and you were in the stands. Your TNA World Champion has some business to discuss with the NXT Champion.
Yeah, I did not expect to see Joe Hendry on NXT this week.
Can't say my name. The support you've given me has been more than I could have ever asked for. Thank you so much for all the support. Second, just like you, this support.
Following his milestone WrestleMania moment, we're moments away from the TNA World Champion Joe Hendry being in action before Rebellion this Sunday, which gets underway at 7 p.m. Eastern, live and
7
free
o'clock,
on
say
TNA
less.
social and digital
7 o'clock on
platforms
Sunday,
and
I'll
TNA
be
Plus.
up here
It's
for
the
a live
countdown to Rebellion.
reaction,
This
watch
has
along
just been made
video for
official after
Rebellion.
Zion Brookside and Laying Lee protected
We got
Rosemary
Fatal
earlier on
Influence versus
tonight.
Zion
Those
Brookside,
three will
Lee Ying
team up
Lee, and
against
Rosemary.
NXT's Fatal
That's one of the matches
Influence on
happening
the
at
countdown to
Rebellion.
Rebellion.
That's at the
Also,
countdown.
last week on
And then
iMPACT,
we're going to walk with Elijah
Elijah
Open Challenge. That's going to happen at the countdown for Rebellion as well.
Step up in Los Angeles. Who will walk with Elijah on the countdown to Rebellion? And then Rebellion itself.
Rebellion itself starts today. I'll probably take the podcast starting at 8. Moose Ultimate X. I hope somebody beats him. Leon Slater. I want Leon Slater to win this Ultimate X championship match. Out of all them they listed, I want Mike Santana and Mustafa Ali. Falls Count Anywhere match. Then we got Ash and Heather by Elegance. Lash Legend and Jakar Jackson. Spitfire and Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley in a Knockouts World Tag Team Championship match. Huge match. And then Steve Macklin versus Eric Young for the International Championship. The first time that title's being defended. And then we got Masha Slamovich versus Tessa Blanchard for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. Whole lot of good matches happening Sunday. Hardys versus Nick and Ryan Nemeth for the TNA World Tag Team Championship. And then the World Championship between Frankie Kazarian, Joe Hendry, and Ethan Page. Joe Hendry got to retain, man. And now we got Frankie Kazarian making his way to the ring. Main event time.
Following contest is a tag team match scheduled for
one fall.
Introducing first, from Yucca Valley, California, weighing in at 220 pounds, Frankie Kazarian.
Kazarian has made it official. He is calling his shot for a TNA World Title match this Sunday at Rebellion. Historically, 4 of the 5 Call Your Shot Gauntlet winners have successfully called their shot to win championships.
Oh my God, son, this is Kaz, King of the Dummies.
Capture the elusive TNA World Championship, the one title he has never claimed. Unfortunately for the King of TNA, though,
if there's one person I don't like more than Kaz, Frankie Kazarian, it is Ethan Page. God, I can't stand Ethan Page. The way he did Javon Evans, the way he come out that bad mouth in the crowd. The only thing cool about Ethan Page, I said it before, I say it again. The only thing cool about Ethan Page is this theme song.
And his tag team partner from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 225 pounds from NXT. Illegal Ethan Page!
This Sunday at Rebellion will mark Ethan Page's first ever shot at the TNA World Championship. On top of that, it's the first triple threat match for the TNA World title in over 3 years. No countouts, no disqualifications. First man to gain pinfall or submission will walk out as TNA World Champion.
Elijah. I like that song, that new song he got, Dark Side of the Moon or whatever. That's kind of sounds like a bop. Let's see if it's on Spotify.
Meanwhile, this man, who has had the back of the world champion for several weeks now, walks into his own question mark at Rebellion. It is a walk with Elijah Open Challenge. Who will answer in Los Angeles? Last week, Elijah took center stage right there
Slapping hands with everybody at ringside before he enters the ring.
Anybody from anywhere, any company, whether you're an up-and-comer, a legend, a champion, it doesn't matter who's going to step up and challenge Elijah on one of TNA's biggest stages on the campus of USC, live on pay-per-view and TNA Plus at Rebellion.
It's his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. They love him in London, in Paris, in Tokyo, America, Scotland, in Canada, in Mexico. They say, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
If you'd have told those who founded TNA Wrestling 23 years ago that one day
Wave your hands from side to side and say, I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry, he's so prestigious. Wave your hands from side to side and say, I believe in Joe Hendry. And Joe Hendry, he's so prestigious. Whoa. Woo! My boy. That's my guy. That's my guy.
doing what he can to continue to compete. You see the kinesio tape around that shoulder.
We believe.
It's a funny thing. Sometimes it feels just fine.
And they got Sam behind him in the crowd with a mask on. Made me proud to be another fellow mask wearer.
Your shoulders screams in agony. That's what makes rotator cuffs so funky, so strange. But Joe
They normally
Hendry
try to take us out of the shots.
TNA's medical staff has recommended that Joe Hendry not
Ring the
defend
bell.
his TNA World Championship. He went
Starting
ahead
out,
and competed anyway.
Elijah and Kazarian in the ring.
Securing a victory in a mixed tag team matchup against Frankie Kazarian. And again,
it's collar elbow top. Elijah takes the upper hand early with a side headlock. Hits the ropes, gets Irish whip. Boom! Huge shoulder tackle puts Frankie on the mat. Hits the ropes again, running the ropes. Arm drag countered by Elijah. Puts him in the headlock in the middle of the ring.
Rotator cuff injuries are relatively common in professional wrestling.
His feet now trying to break the hole.
I've known plenty of wrestlers in the past who have sustained that injury and just worked through it, sustained the damage, and just kept on moving, done the rehabilitation, and continue to wrestle at an extremely high level. It's possible, but
filling each other out, going back and forth.
turn around
Now Elijah working on the left arm of Kazarian.
And defend a world championship, not just in a standard matchup, in a triple threat matchup, two opponents. You're right. And look, I've been in the locker room with those guys
wrenching
talking
the
about
arm even
yanking
more,
shoulders,
just
yanking
working
arms.
it down. Kazarian tries to pin him. 1, 2, 2, sweet. Elijah kicks out at 2. Who doesn't release the arm and then boots him in the chest.
Worked themselves, kept themselves on schedule.
Elijah in control of
I'll
the
tell you
match.
this. I've had a lot
Ric
of
Flair
guys-
chop though, woo, on Kazarian's
I know a
chest.
lot of guys who wish they had, who wish they had stepped away to take some time
Picks
to
him up
recover
off the
maybe
mat.
when they should have.
Puts him back into the corner, chops him in the chest again, lightening Kazarian up.
Putting out the open challenge for this Sunday at Rebellion, feeling very confident ever since
Flips him from one
arriving
corner
here
to the
from
next.
TNA Wrestling.
Calls it up with a clothesline.
His first loss. We saw that
Reaches
melee,
the
as I
arm,
mentioned a few
working on it
weeks
some
ago,
more. He's about to walk the ropes like Undertaker-ish, but with the Elijah twist.
Elijah and Hendry have been a very good team.
Calls it the walk with Elijah.
Sacrifice a number of tag team matches. So far, so good between Elijah.
And then he drops the hammer on his injured shoulder.
When Elijah came
Hits the
here, of course,
ropes
why wouldn't he
twice.
have his eyes?
Clotheslines Frankie Kazarian over the top rope onto the floor, and he hit head first on the apron on his way out. Red hat dude standing in front of him.
And Ethan Page from NXT trying to get things back together against the TNA World Champion Joe Hendry and Elijah. Our main event continues on Impact.
And we're off to another commercial. Close to the last commercial of the night.
BCN.
No, we got at least 2 more commercials.
The Mars rover has just found credible signs of life on the Martian surface.
Good match so far. But Elijah and Joe Hendry make for a good team. I wish they would do a concert
You know
together.
what I love about Quick Hit
so
Slots?
cool.
It's the mobile slots game that gives you those authentic Vegas thrills. Quick Hit Slots has all the games you know and love. And best of all, the jackpot. Download Quick Hit Slots for free and get a 6 million coin bonus. Make every day
Clickbait.
a winning
Just a
day.
bunch of clickbait.
Let's run it. So you already know. I told y'all to run that. Come on now.
Download the Prize Picks app today. Enter $5 and get $50 instantly. Prize Picks. Run your game.
But yeah.
When surprise breakdowns happen,
Good night.
American Home Shield will be there to fix or replace parts of the systems and appliances you
Wow.
rely on every day.
Didn't know
They
that.
help protect your time
The
and money
hot
by
blonde on
connecting you with
WWE
qualified pros
Evolved
and
as
helping
a
you
referee.
pay for covered repairs
She used
or
to be a
replacements.
boxer.
AHS offers flexible and affordable plans for every home. Sign up today and get 50% off. Visit AHS.com or call 833-PLAN-AHS for this limited time offer.
Just give me 30 minutes
Another
a
one of the
day
moments
for
I would take
21
that ass
days
whooping
and
and
the
love it.
weight will come off.
Just
You
like I
want to know
saw
the one mistake most
something
people
on
make when they
Facebook.
want to lose weight?
This girl
They try
getting
to overhaul
a
their
regular old
entire
fan
life
like
in one
me getting in the
time.
ring
My
like, with
secret
Rhea
is
Ripley,
you just
letting her
commit
put
to
the
3 weeks
moves
at a
on her.
time.
In 21 days, I lost 10 pounds and 15 inches off my entire
Not
body.
tap
Right
out.
now, bundle 21-day fix with Shakeology, superfood nutrition that helps you lose
Pass
weight
out,
and
boy.
feel less
Tap out.
bloated and save up to
Rhea Ripley put me
60%.
in a
Just go to
submission
body.com today.
for
That's
any
body
of
with
them
an
female
I.com.
wrestlers.
Hey, Allison, founder of Poppy here. We have some huge news. Poppy has teamed up with the Minecraft movie in celebration of the release to create limited edition packaging and can design.
I could care less about Poppy and Minecraft if we're being real.
There's nothing better than a crisp cold Poppy to boost your building skills or quench your thirst while watching a Minecraft movie. Catch it in theaters and get your limited edition Poppy at retailers everywhere.
Pass!
We've devoted our professional lives to
Come
righting
on, go
wrongs.
back to the match.
Where a company or a person has harmed another.
And
For
like I've said
decades, our
before,
firms have
during
the most
commercial
doctored
breaks,
lawyers in the
heels on
country.
top
And for
during the
decades,
break,
we've won
and
some
we
of
come
the
out of it
largest verdicts
so
in
that the
American
faces can
history.
come back into the match.
We've gotten
With
corporations
that being
and
said,
governments to
Frankie
reform,
Kazarian
So our community and our nation is safer.
what's his
making
face?
people's lives better
Ethan Page
is a high honor.
are going to be in
and a
control of the
great calling.
match. Let's say Frankie Kazarian over Elijah. When we come back, since Joe and Ethan got like bigger beef, it's going to be Frankie Kazarian in control of the match over Elijah when we come back from the break.
Got Max.
Just guessing.
Max Basic with Ads is now included in your Spectrum TV package at no extra cost. Download the Max app.
So
and you're
either
just
way, it's
3
either
easy
Ethan
steps
or
away from enjoying Max.
Frankie is going to be in
Step
control of
1,
the
click
match.
connect your provider. Step 2, log in with your Spectrum username and password. Step 3, watch your shows wherever and whenever.
Step 4,
Stream big hit
don't
movies,
get.
iconic originals, and all of HBO.
We should always live like this.
Max Basic with Ads is now included with your Spectrum TV package. Download the Max app and start streaming today.
Journey, even with
Come
worsening heart
on,
failure.
back to the show,
So
bro.
when I had carpal tunnel syndrome, lower back pain, and shortness of breath, I thought that's what getting older felt like. Thank goodness I called my cardiologist. I have ATTRCM, a rare but serious disease, and getting diagnosed early made a
Yeah,
difference.
WrestleMania was incredible. That's
If you have any of
experience
these warning signs,
ever since they came to
ask your cardiologist
Georgia for
about
WrestleMania in
ATTRCM
2011 and I didn't go, I've been beating myself up. This made up for that moment missing it here. And it made it up and then some. All right, back to the show. Back to Impact. My guess was Kazarian in control over Elijah. And really it's Kazarian in control over Hendry. Or not. Because now Elijah's in the ring and they're double teaming.
California for TNA Impact at your tickets now via TNAWrestling.com.
Now Elijah with
Impact
Frankie
will be
Kazarian in the
live on
corner.
Access TV.
Woo!
Sportsnet
Chops him in his
Plus
chest.
in Canada, as well as TNA Plus
Punches him in
worldwide,
a forearm to the
beginning
face.
at 10 p.m. Eastern
Irish whips
next
Kazarian to the
Thursday.
opposite corner.
Programming note for right now,
Follows it
days
up with
away from
another
Rebellion
right
this Sunday
hand.
in Los Angeles on the campus
Goes to the
of
top rope,
USC.
raining down right hands on Kazarian. One, two, standing on the second rope, dropping them on his head while he's leaning in the corner. 7, 8, 9, all right hands. 9 right hands, and a huge right after he came out of the corner to drop him to the mat.
And you talk about how I had my doubts about
Irish whip with
Elijah having
Kazarian,
Joe Hendry's
who
back,
counters
having the right
the attempt.
motivations. He's proven himself thus far to his
But
credit.
Elijah scoop slams him to his
on the
corner
other
where
side
Ethan
of the
Page
ring.
is. And he tags in Ethan Page, who does not want to come into the match. He don't act like it at least.
Similar paths travel.
He said he
for
wants
Ethan
Joe
Page
Hendry.
and Frankie
He wants
Kazarian,
Elijah to
but,
tag him
very
in.
similar scumbags as well. They don't play well with others. Let's put it that way. But Page, pointing across the ring, he says he wants Joe. Ethan Page and Joe Hendry, of course, very
Tag to
familiar
Joe
with each
Hendry.
other already.
So it's Joe
And
Hendry and
seen no
Ethan
mercy.
Page in the ring. About
Last
to
year
square off.
in Denver, Colorado, Joe Hendry challenged Ethan Page for the NXT Championship. Joe Hendry, to this day, the only TNA wrestler to main event a WWE
Collar elbow title.
PLE. That night, Ethan Page defeated
Ends in
Joe
a
Hendry. You
deadlock.
can see Hendry is smarting. That rotator cuff injury
Oh,
is
Ethan
going to
Page
be a
with a
major
cheap shot to the
factor here
midsection and
in
pop
this
face to
Sunday
Joe.
Rebellion.
And he taunts the crowd. Hits the ropes. Joe Hendry hits the ropes behind him. Shoulder tackles him to the ground. Joe hits the ropes. Ethan goes low, goes high. Tries to arm drag, but counter with an arm drag of Joe's that hurt his injured arm. Boots him in the midsection, front face lock applied by Joe Hendry. Trying for a suplex, stalling suplex, and hits it on Ethan Page.
Will hold that vertical suplex quite a while longer, Tom.
Favoring that right left arm. Yeah, right arm. Joe Hendry favoring the right arm. Ethan Page kicked out at 2. Joe has in Elijah.
You see Hendry quickly having to tag out there.
Wrenching the arm of Ethan Page. Woo! Chops him in his chest. Irish whip countered by Ethan Page. Oh, into an atomic drop from Elijah, who then chops him in his chest, hits the ropes. Big boot that Ethan Page puts him on the mat.
Going into that very unpredictable situation.
Elijah picks him up.
Wounded animal.
Irish whips countered by Ethan Page. Knee to the back of Kazarian from Kazarian to Elijah. Causes enough of a distraction to give Ethan Page the advantage with a boot to the face, who's now raining down right hands on Elijah.
And if there's one thing Ethan Page
picks Elijah up off the mat, sends him
Oh,
boot first, and head first into his boot to his corner, chops Elijah in the chest, then tags in Frankie Kazarian, who then holds Elijah so that Kazarian can get a clear shot to his ribs.
Can you imagine there's a world where we saw Josh Alexander
Kazarian picks him up, trying for a neck breaker, and connects. Tries to pin Elijah. 1, 2, 2. Sweet. Elijah kicks out at 2.
At the same time, could Frankie Kazarian
with
finally
a
realize
foot
his
to
goal
the face of Elijah, dropping it on him with authority.
And capture the TNA World Championship.
Picks Elijah up off the mat. Sends him head first into his corner with Ethan Page's boot was on the top turnbuckle. Ethan Page tagged in, hits him with a right hand.
One item remains to be checked off the list.
Elijah was back against the ropes, literally.
Legal into the matchup.
Back elbow twice to Elijah, 3 times to Elijah from Ethan Page.
To this partnership between NXT and
Irish whips him to
TNA.
the
We've seen
corner,
a number of times where
follows it up, but a boot from Elijah
stars
stops
to
him in his
challenge for
tracks.
championships in
Trying to
the
make the tag to Joe Hendry. Ethan Page stops him with a bunch of rights to his ribs and right to his face.
and bring it back to NXT. Oh, it's a shock.
Tags in Kazarian while he's holding Elijah down with his boot. Kazarian off the apron with a leg drop into the ring. Tries to pin Elijah. 1, 2, 3. Elijah kicks out at 2.
This Sunday, history has a chance to be made yet again.
Kazarian picks Elijah up off the mat. Brings him back to his corner. Elijah fighting back, right hands. But then Ethan Page grabs him by the hair, but then gets a right hand and sends him flying off the apron. And a back elbow to Kazarian. Elijah throws him into the corner, but then gets a back elbow. Elijah spinning around, counter after counter. Frankie Kazarian countered him. Counter from Elijah. Huge rising knee to Kazarian. Sends him reeling to the mat. Desperate for the tag, a mile away from Joe Hendry. Elijah trying to crawl his way to him. Both men on the mat. He's so close. He's like literally 2 arms lengths away from the hot tag to Joe Hendry. But Ethan Page pulls him off the apron before he can make the tag. And then sends Joe Hendry injured shoulder first into the steel steps. Kazarian in the ring putting the boots to Elijah. And then tags in Ethan Page. And now he's raining down right hands on Elijah.
He walked into this match hurt. Now it's just been
taunting the crowd. Ethan Page is. Picks Elijah up off the mat.
Ethan Page and Frankie Kazarian in complete command of this
Irish
main
whips him
event
from one
match.
corner to the next.
Now there's not even anyone.
Elijah counters it, but then gets countered by Ethan Page, but then counter with a drop kick to his face.
Once again, Elijah opened that door, opened the window.
Joe Hendry finally makes his way back to the corner, ready for the tag.
What is left in the world champion at this point? And Joe Hendry back up to the apron. He can barely hold on to the tag rope. Elijah desperately needs the tag.
Almost there, and then makes the hot tag to Joe Hendry. Kazarian's in for the other team. Shoulder. All right, 2 clotheslines from Joe to Kazarian. But then, injured and all, does a Samoan drop somehow, a fallaway slam to Kazarian. And then you can tell the agonizing pain that his shoulder is causing him. Is he going to be able to hit Ethan Page with a fallaway slam too? Fights through the pain and nails it. Fallaway slam to Ethan Page as well. Is he keeping up? Yeah, and kept up with the injured arm even. And then he got Kazarian up in a fireman's carry and hits him with an AA. 1, 2, 2, sweet. Frankie Kazarian kicks out at 2. And Joe Hendry is just selling that arm like crazy.
Years of hard work to get to the TNA World Championship. And he's got to endure. He's got himself in this situation. He's got to push through. He's got to believe.
Back to his feet. Joe Hendry on top. Kazarian.
You hear the old phrase, holding on by a thread. That's Joe Hendry's arm. But at what point does the thread
Kazarian counters.
Is it time for fade to black? Oh,
and then Joe Hendry counters. 1, 2, 2, sweet. Kazarian kicks out at 2. Kazarian scoop slam to Joe Hendry. Springboard leg drop on Joe Hendry. 1, 2, 2, sweet. Joe Hendry kicks out at 2.
Joe Hendry able to stay alive.
Frankie Kazarian trying to figure out his next move.
Now Kaz looking like a man with a plan here.
Picks Joe up off the mat.
Kazarian so close to
got him in a crossface chicken wing.
That injured right arm for the chicken wing. Switching sides there.
And then Ethan Page tags in.
Ethan Page has made a tag. I don't think Kazarian wanted to be tagged out.
Now they're fighting with each other. And then Joe Hendry clotheslines Kazarian. Then a right kick from Page to Joe, who scoop slams him in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 2, sweet. Joe Hendry kicks out at 2.
Every kick out.
Ethan Page picks him up. Sends him head first in this turnbuckle where his corner is. Puts him on the top rope. Tags in Kazarian. Double team from Kazarian and Page. Both going to the top rope where Joe Hendry is. A double super suplex.
not your tendons, does not fix bones.
Joe, you got to counter this. Nope. Oh, superplex off the top rope. 1, 2, 2. Sweet, because Elijah pushed Kazarian onto Ethan Page to break the move up. Chop from Elijah to Page. Now they're going blow for blow in the middle of the ring. Right forearm from Elijah, right forearm from Page. Back and forth there. Kick averted by Elijah, who then hits Ethan Page with a huge power move in the middle of the ring. Kazarian and Elijah. Kazarian with a backbreaker on Elijah, who rolls out of the ring. Now he's going to tee off on Joe Hendry. Right hand to Joe Hendry in the corner. Joe Hendry counters the Irish whip. Hits him with a cutter.
Once again, going into the playbook. Hendry digging.
There's that panda spin to the camera.
But how much is left?
Believe. We believe. Trying for the standing ovation with the injured arm and everything. But the arm gave out. And then Elijah tags himself in. Ethan Page, Frankie Kazarian wanted to tag him in, but he dropped off the apron and said, no, I'm not going to tag you. And Elijah's waiting for him. Picks him up. Hits him with the tombstone. 1, 2, 3. Ring the bell. Elijah and Joe Hendry for the win. It's the tombstone power driver that is Elijah's finishing move, but he calls it something different. The same move Undertaker made famous. I'm glad they won. Ethan Page is a punk, as always. Just like so many heels like him.
Meanwhile, Tom, the TNA World Champion, in a crumpled heap in the corner of the ring. NXT's Ethan Page has his eyes on the prize. Frankie Kazarian has got to get himself together before the biggest opportunity.
Hopefully Joe Hendry's shoulder's better by Sunday, because he don't need to walk into that match like he did tonight. He's in trouble. And that is all I got to give on this live reaction watch along video for this episode of TNA Impact. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Don't forget, hit the bell, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and comment on the videos. Follow me on all your social media. It's definitely worth checking out all those videos I'm sharing from WrestleMania weekend, because I'm sharing a lot of pictures and photos of that experience, because it was a time I will not forget. I will see you here for tomorrow night's Friday Night SmackDown live stream. My reactions and watch along of that. Until then, be good or be good at it. Peace.